Look, y'all, I'm just saying that if I came across my own doppelganger, I'd use that shit to my advantage. I'd have that motherfucker go to work for me, run errands and shit, raise my kid, you know, all the shit that I don't want to fucking do. What's going on, everybody? It's the Granddad Woolly, and you are here again for another edition of Woolly Reviews Film Data. We got a movie review today. We're gonna talk about the brand new movie that just fucking dropped, that motherfucker's been waiting for, because the motherfucker who made it dropped that fire the first time. So we was like, he gonna do it again? He gonna do it again? Motherfucker got an Oscar for the shit. He gotta do it again. So now we gonna see if he gonna do it again. It's on some horror shit. It's on some clone, doppelganger, evil shit. And I just can't wait to talk about it because it's about us. Not me, but us. Whoever us is, I don't fucking know. This motherfucker's back. He dropped some new shit. Clones all day. Talking about the new movie, Us. Now, Us is a new film starring Lupita Nyong'o, who is most notably known to be in Black Panther. She killed it, 12 Years a Slave, and some other shit. You know, I'm not even gonna lie. I've only seen 2 movies with her, and then there's 3. So 3 all total, but fuck it, it don't matter. She fired. And the movie is, of course, written and directed by Jordan Peele, who made the cult phenomenon and Get Out with teacup shit and Running, and You Gotta Stay Woke. And it was just like, it was a bad motherfucking movie. I mean in a good way. It was a good motherfucking movie, but it was a bad motherfucker at the same time. Shit won an Oscar too, so see, he doing something right, goddammit. And now he's back again with a new joint, and it's one that's just very interesting. You know, Jordan Peele be making them crazy movies with the symbolism and the weird shit and the dope shit, but the weird dope shit at the same time. So I'm just intrigued, and we're gonna see what the fuck's going on. So now let's see if Us is a movie that us should be talking about, or if it's a movie where, you know, we shouldn't really care about us, because it fucking sucks. Let's talk about the shit. So the basic setup of the movie is this. I'm gonna try to do this without giving as many spoilers as I can, y'all, but I gotta say a little bit of something just to get the plot out, but I won't give away the good shit. But basically, it centers around this girl by the name of Adelaide, and when the movie starts, it starts off with her as a young girl. She's at this beach fair in Santa Cruz, and she ends up wandering off from her parents, who ain't really like, they really don't give a fuck about her in the first place. Like, the dad don't give a shit, mom don't like the dad. You can tell this is it's a volatile relationship, and she's just in the middle of that bullshit. But she wanders off, and she ends up in this like house of mirrors, a little fun house with the house of mirrors and shit, and she gets lost. She's trying to find her way out, and she ends up coming across her own shadow figure, or her clone of herself, like this evil version of herself, and it freaks her the fuck out, and she ends up being affected by it for the rest of her life. She ends up growing up, has her own family, she gets married, all that good shit, and she's still affected by this, but she's managed to bury it away for all these years. But she does end up going back to Santa Cruz on a family vacation with her husband Gabe, her daughter Zora, and her son Jason. And she went there, and she was gonna be like, we just gonna stay in the cabin, we're gonna stay in the house, we're gonna be cool. But her husband Gabe was like, nah, let's go to the beach, come on. And like, Adelaide was like, nah, I'm good, I don't wanna go to the beach, nigga. And he was like, oh, come on, we go to the beach, please. And he was like moping around like a bitch, nigga. And she was like, God damn it, yo, this nigga don't stop whining about this shit. Fuck, let's go to the beach, nigga, shit. But like, if some shit go down, I'm out. That's pretty much what it was, because, you know, she ain't trying to deal with that trauma. She still got it deep in, but like, you know, she's feeling a little wary about being there. So she goes back to the beach, and as she's going to the beach, she starts to see more and more signs that lead back to her past. And it just starts to freak her out more and more, to the point where she just can't handle the shit anymore, and she ends up having to leave. And that's where I'm gonna stop with the setup, y'all, because I don't want to give away too much from the movie, and the real meat and potatoes kind of pick up after that scenario. But the movie, to me, is it good? Hell the fuck yes, it's good. I really enjoyed this movie a lot. Jordan Peele did it again, y'all. I honestly think he did. Now, I will say that the movie for me did start off a little bit slow, even though the beginning of the movie really is vital to the entire story, and you gotta really pay attention to a lot of shit, because that pretty much sets up a lot of things that happens in the rest of the movie. But when you're first watching it that first time, you're like, okay, it's kind of slow, when some shit gonna really happen. But once the shit really starts to go down, and the fucking other clones and the shadow people and the other family show up, that's when shit gets fucking amazing and crazy and wild, and it's just like, yo, now here we go, here it is. Now here's the thing about this movie that I really want to point out. First of all, yes, Adelaide and her family do come across complete clones, shadow figures of themselves, known as the Tethered. Now the Tethered is pretty much our shadows, or people who live underground, and they pretty much are mimicking our movements above ground. So as I'm doing this shit, some Tethered motherfucker down there is doing this shit, but he looking weird as fuck at the same time, apparently. But I hope that shit's not real, y'all, because yo, where my Tethered motherfucker at? We can be homies, we can be cool. Like, just let me know where you at, I'll scoop you up, we'll go hang out and shit, I'll teach you how to, you know, do everything in the up top world, and we'll be good. Like, just don't fuck with me. But basically, it's like an infinite like link between us and the the people below, but like they get the shit end of the stick and we get the good end of the stick. And it's pretty much just like, you know, it really makes you think like, yo, what if that really is fucking real? And I feel bad because like I got a pretty decent life, y'all. And if I know that I'm doing this all right and it's a motherfucker who looks just like me underground who's living a shitty ass life, I feel kind of bad. I mean, I ain't gonna go down there and like stop the shit because I don't know where it's at, but I'm just saying like that's fucked up. That's really fucked up if that's happening. So Jordan Peele, you better not know some shit that we don't, goddamn it. I'm just saying, it best be just fictional, because like that's really fucked up. But the other thing about this movie that I like is just the suspense, the horror aspect. It's not really like a scary movie, but it is a very thrilling. It does get you like really invested in the story. You really get invested in these characters. You really want to root for the family and really see them just stop these tethered motherfuckers from taking over and shutting their shit down. And you just really just see, you know, the great acting that goes in, because both of these families, or both the characters who play both these families, they play two roles. Like Lupita Nyong'o has to play Red, who is like her doppelganger, as well as Adelaide, and Gabe has to play Abraham, and I think Jason is Pluto, and Zora is Umbre, and they both play two dynamically different characters and people flawlessly. It's like you wouldn't even, they're night and day how they are, and it's wild that they're able to just play both those roles so goddamn well. So shout out to the whole family who was able to do that shit. And also, there's a lot of symbolism in this movie, like Jeremiah 11:11, which is a Bible verse. If you don't know what that means, go look it up. Like I said, I'm not gonna give away too much because I don't want to give away a lot, but look it up because it is very vital that you know what that verse is, because a lot of that is in the movie as far as symbolism, as well as 11:11 themselves, because 11:11 is like, it's matching. It's like matching numbers. They're clone numbers, they're by each other, they're connected to each other, and you know 11:11 is very symbolic as well as the color red. There's a lot of instances where you see the color red being shown for some reason. It seems like it's really an emphasis on red, and I didn't realize it until later in the movie what that really meant. But like I said, I'm not really even gonna give that away as well, but just be looking out for some red shit. Whenever you see red shit, that means shit. So 11:11, red shit, and of course the inclusion of the classic hip-hop track I Got 5 on it, which is a Bay Area track, which is very fitting because Santa Cruz is in the Bay Area actually, and there's really no real direct like symbolism, I don't think, with that song, but the beat of the song, I believe Jordan Peele said, it has this haunting feel to it. And at first I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, it kind of did, but in the movie they kind of spun it in a way where it really did have that vibe, and it really worked out well, and it's just a really good soundtrack for the theme of this movie when they kind of twisted it the way that they did. So that's dope as fuck. And also the way that Adelaide talks, or the things that she says in this movie, really do mean something. So always pay attention to what she's saying, because it really does mean something. It sounds like just general dialogue or just general shit, but a lot of stuff that she's saying really does mean things later on down in the movie. And when it comes to the actual climax of the movie, the shit is fucking dope. It's like ultimate showdown between Adelaide and Red, and during this epic confrontation, which is a dope ass fight at the same time, you kind of figure out everything that kind of really happened. And also there's an amazing twist at the end of the movie. I'm not gonna say what it is, but this is a twist that even M. Night Shyamalan will be like, God damn, nigga, that was fire. So like, honestly, this movie right here is well put together, a lot of great symbolism, great acting, and I really enjoyed it. Like I said, other than the slow start, everything else about this movie was amazing. It's got humor, it's got suspense, it does have horror elements, but it's also got a really good just dialogue to it, and there's just so many hidden meanings and just things about this movie that when you first watch it, you'll have questions. But that's why I took a couple days to really process the movie, because I was really able to just go back and think about everything and really just put pieces together, and it made a lot more sense and it was a lot more clear after a few days of just sitting and thinking about what I saw with the movie. And honestly, I would go see this movie again because it's fire as fuck, and it just really hits home. And I think Jordan Peele has another one. I'm not sure if it's gonna be as much of a phenomenon as Get Out was, but I do think that it does hold its own weight, and it does give something very dope to the table as far as the film goes. So my final verdict, I'm not saying that Us is a very well put together, well written, well directed movie by Jordan Peele that shows that he has still got it. He is not a one-hit wonder, and this is a great movie with great acting from Lupita Nyong'o and the rest of the cast. All I'm saying is that it's everything that you could have wanted from this movie, Jordan Peele gave you, and also gave you a few twists and turns at the same time. The story on here is really good. The character dynamic between the duality of both characters who are pretty much playing the same character is great. As far as the symbolism in here, very deep, but it's also very poignant and strong once you understand what's going on. A lot of things in this movie that you will probably, it'll fly over your head at first, but if you watch it again or if you just sit and think about it, it will click. And overall, it's just a good, entertaining movie. movie. It's got a lot of humor in here at times. It's got a lot of fucking moments in here that'll just get you on the edge of your seat. You want to root for the character, but there are also moments where you kind of feel bad for the tethered people because you just kind of see the shit that they go through. And it's just a lot of things about this movie that really talks about society and people and just how we treat each other and how we just see us as a people. And this is a movie that I suggest anybody see, especially if you've seen Get Out. Definitely check this out because this also just has a lot of great moments on here. And I mean, I really got nothing else to say. So all I gotta say is that for me, Us is 100% Granddad approved. Go check it out. Go watch this film. It's dope as fuck. Definitely worth the $11.50 popcorn and a drink. Even though I was in New York when I saw the shit. Guess how much the ticket cost, y'all? $17. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I ain't never going to see the movies in New York again ever in my life. God damn it. Fuck. What the fuck was that shit? But it's all good. But yo, movie is fire. Really check it out. I really want you to check this movie out because it is dope if you have not. And I really got nothing more to say. Jordan Peele, you got another one. Get this man another Oscar. Why not? Make him 2 for 2. Let's do that shit. But I got nothing more to say. Us is Granddad approved. So go check out the shit right fucking now. And if you come across like your clone or your doppelganger or your shadow figure or your tethered person or whatever the fuck you want to call them, don't ignore them. Like, say what's up. Like, be cool with them. Go take them out to get something to eat or something like that. They ain't living in a shitty environment all their fucking life. The motherfuckers is like, they just want to live life like you. Like, come on now. Don't do that to them. Don't do them dirty. I would, because, like, I mean, like, I'm broke. I can't do that shit. I'm just saying, but if you can, help them out. Help them out, and somebody need to help somebody, goddammit. Flip it. Alright, y'all, that's going to do it for today's video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and drop a comment. Tell me what you think of Us if you've seen it. If you have not seen it, you fucking up. You need to get on board with Us and go see Us because Us is the shit, goddammit. Jordan Peele did his goddamn thing. Lupita Nyong'o did her goddamn thing. I did my goddamn thing by watching it for $17 goddamn dollars. I swear to God, I feel like I need some money back. Not really, because it's a good movie, but fuck, $17? Shit. Previous videos on the sides was my latest single. Check that out. Show us some love. And as always, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud, Instagram. Links in the description below. And subscribe. Button on the screen. Button below. Woolly Reviews. Twice a week. Yes, we are back in the game. Been a minute, but we back. As well as Dead End Gaming Podcast. Every week. Catch your boy on that shit. You know what it is. All that shit's below. As well as all the other good shit. And I got nothing more to say. So until next time I take my leave. Granddaughter. Us. Fire-ass movie. And like, honestly, if you come across your doppelganger, show that motherfucker some love. Just go buy him a snack or buy him something and be like, yo, I understand. I mean, I don't because I've never been down there and I don't want to go down there. Don't take me down there. I'm just saying, I understand what you're going through, but you can't stay up here either because, nigga, you weird and shit, and that's where you're supposed to be. That motherfucker's gonna hate me when I meet him. I swear to God. That's all good. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Like, maybe. Nah, I'm gonna walk past him. I'm just gonna walk past him. I ain't see him. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm out of here.